All right, we're back here on the GSMC Baseball Podcast, bringing you our second segment. We just recapped the AL games, so it's time for the we recapped the NL games, so it's time for the AL ones here. So let's get straight into that. So the first game we have on the agenda for the AL is the second game of this Astros-Rangers series. Always really exciting when these two teams come to play. So definitely going to be exciting recapping this one. Top of the first here, we had Alex Bregman hitting an RBI single, scoring Yordan Alvarez, making it 1-0 in the top of the first. So nice job by Bregman to get in Yordan. Jeremy Pena would ground into a force out to make it 2-0 Houston in the top of the first. So, he didn't get a hit, but still a nice job by Pena to get an RBI on the board. Bottom of the first, we had Wyatt Langford hitting an RBI single to make it 2-1 Houston. Nice job by the youngster to get some runs back on the board for Texas. And speaking of youngsters, Evan Carter would walk with the bases loaded, making it 2-2, tying up the game. Josh Smith would get hit by a pitch, scoring in a run, making it 3-2. And Jared Walsh with the big blow with the bases loaded, hitting a 2 RBI single, making it 5-2 Texas. In the top of the second, we would have a Yordan Alvarez home run, scoring in Victor Caratini, getting the Astros within a run of the Rangers, making it 5-4. Alvarez would then tie up the game with a RBI double, scoring Jose Abreu. Yordan Alvarez is so good. I mean, it's just unbelievable how good he is. So, really not a surprise that he's basically all the runs for this Astros team right now. Next, we would have, in the same inning, the top of the fourth, Kyle Tucker hitting an RBI single to make it 7-5 Houston, 2 RBIs, getting in Jose Altuve and Yordan. In the top of the fifth here, we would have Victor Caratini getting the big blow on the Rangers, making it 10-5 with a 3-run home run. So nice job by Caratini to be the backup guy, starts against lefties, and get them to the lead of 10-5. Really strong start by him, and a really strong game. So definitely a nice job by the Astros to beat their division rival. For them on the mound, they did have David Henley, who only won a third innings, giving up 5 runs. MLB debut was not good, I'd say, but was kind of only being the opener anyways, I think. They were kind of scrambling after the Framber Valdez injury, but their bullpen came together with some guys like Taylor Scott and Brennan Bielak coming in clutch with some innings. So, was not the end of the world for this Astros team. For the Rangers, they did have Andrew Heaney on the mound, who was not great himself, going 3 2/3 innings, giving up 6 earned runs, more walks than strikeouts. So it's not been a great start to the season by Andrew Heaney. Definitely needs to pick it up, especially with the injuries they've suffered in the rotation. So we'll see how he performs during the season. But, apparently there's some news about DeGrom potentially coming back, so maybe we'll see that instead. But, really not sure right now what's going on with the Rangers pitching staff. And they want to be successful. I do think they need a guy like Heaney to play up to his potential. In the bottom of the third here, we had Brian Rocchicchio reaching on a fielding error by Brent Schumacher. This is Guardians White Sox, by the way. I did not announce this game, sorry. To make it 1-0 Cleveland in the bottom of the third. In the bottom of the fourth, we had Andres Jimenez getting hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, scoring in a run, making it 2-0 Cleveland. Nice start by them early. And a Jose Ramirez 2-run home run, making it 4-0 Cleveland. So, really strong game by the Guardians offense here. The White Sox would not score, making it 4-0 Cleveland. So, really nice job by them. And, if I was a Guardians fan, I'd be excited about the team starting, 8-2. Yes, you lost Bieber, but I think if the pieces keep playing like they are right now, you could be a really good team going forward. So it's definitely interesting to watch as the season does go on. For the White Sox, they had Tanner Banks pitching, who was not great, I'll say, to be nice to him. He went 2 1/3, giving up only 1 earned run. Oops, did not mean to do that. Sorry. My keyboard's getting a little pressy today. So, it was not great, but seemed to be only the opener, so you can't really take it too into detail. You had Jared Schuster getting 3 innings out of the bullpen for relief, so that was nice, though. For the Guardians, they did have Tristan McKenzie starting, one of their better pitchers. He went 5 2/3, giving up 3 hits and no 1 runs. So even if it is against an offense like the White Sox, that is still an outing you want to see if you are a Guardians fan. I think McKenzie's a really good pitcher and a guy you're definitely watching as the season goes on. So, it was definitely a really strong outing for him. And, definitely strong. Next game we've been talking about is an interleague one, but the AL team did win, so it'll be the AL one for Yankees Marlins. Bottom of the fourth here, we had Anthony Volpe opening up the scoring in a big way with a 3-run home run, making it 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth. So a nice job by him. Juan Soto would hit his second home run of the season for the Yankees, making it 6-0. So, he's just been incredible. He's so good. And in the bottom of the fifth, Alex Verdugo would hit an RBI single, making it 7-0 Yankees. So, really strong game by the Yankees offense here. Really nice job by the pitching as well to leave the Marlins scoreless. The Marlins are just a disaster right now. 1-10, not good at all. I don't know what to say about them. They've just been so bad. So, yeah, you definitely want to see them improve if you are a Marlins fan. They had Jesus Luzardo going, who was not good, going 4 2/3, giving up 7 earned runs, more walks than strikeouts. So it was definitely not a strong outing, but I think we all know Luzardo's better than that. And if I was a Marlins fan, I would not be worried about his season going forward and what is going to happen with him. For the Yankees, they had Nestor Cortez going, 8 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Was really strong. Was a really strong outing for him. Even if it is against a weak offense like Miami, I think this is still something you want to see. With the Garrett Cole injury, you're going to need more guys step up, and Cortez is going to be at the forefront of that. So, really strong outing by him, really strong start. And if I was a Yankees fan, I'd definitely be excited about where things are going with him right now. Next game we'll be talking about is going to be Mariners Blue Jays. For this game, in the bottom of the second, the scoring would open up with a Alejandro Kirk RBI single, scoring Justin Turner, making it 1-0 Toronto. Davis Schneider would hit a 2 RBI single, making it 3-0 Toronto. Bottom of the fourth, we would have Laddie hitting an RBI double, scoring Kevin Kiermaier, making it 4-0. Top of the eighth, J.P. Crawford would hit in a solo home run, making it 4-1. So, really strong game there by Seattle. By J.P. Crawford to get a home run there, second one of the season, trying to get the Mariners back in the game. Isaiah Kiner Follett for the Louis Blue Jay would hit a RBI single, scoring Dalton Varsho, making it 5-1 in the bottom of the eighth. And then Cal Raleigh would hit a solo home run, his first of the season. Kind of a slow start by him, but I think we all know Cal Raleigh's going to be better than that, so not too much to worry. He hit a solo home run, making it 5-2 Toronto. So really nice, really strong there by Raleigh to hit that home run and make it 5-2. So nice job by Seattle to score there for the Mariners. But it would be no match, of course, as the Blue Jays would end up winning 5-2. So a really strong game there by Toronto to beat a good Seattle team. I think Seattle's going to be very valuable this season, very dangerous, and I think Toronto is as well. So nice job by them to come through and win this game. If I was a Blue Jays fan, I would be really excited. For the Mariners, they did have their ace Luis Castillo going. Went 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 4 earned runs. Has really not been great this season. Been very disappointing, but it's only the real start of the season. So I wouldn't be too worried if I'm a Mariners fan, but you definitely need him to pick it up sooner rather than later if you do want him to be your ace on a playoff caliber team. So yeah, you definitely need him to pick it up, but still not too worried right now. For the Blue Jays, they did have Jose Barrios on the mound. He went 6 2/3, giving up 4 hits, no 1 runs. So a really strong outing by him against a really good Mariners lineup and team. So yeah, definitely exciting if I was a Mariners fan. And Blue Jays fan, sorry. It was a really good start by him, and it was really encouraging for the rest of the season and what can happen. The final game on the agenda here is going to be Angels-Rays. Opening up the scoring in the bottom of the first, we had Mike Trout hitting an RBI triple to score Anthony Rendon. Nice job by him to open up the scoring this early. Same inning, Taylor Ward would hit an RBI single, scoring Trout to make it 2-0. Mike Trout would hit his second home run of the game and his 5th of the season. Sorry, not second home run of the game, first of the game, his 5th of the season, making it 3-0. So he's just been on a tear this season. And for all the people like me who grew up watching Mike Trout as a superstar, it's really nice to see him go back to that form kind of for this season. And he's been really strong. So yeah, definitely exciting if you are an Angels fan right now. In the bottom of the 5th, we had Taylor Ward hitting an RBI single to score Mickey Moniak, making it 5-0 Angels. So nice job by these two guys on the Angels to really beat the runs by themselves. So yeah, definitely really good there. For the bottom of the 7th, the Angels make it 6-0 with a Luis Rengifo RBI single to make it 6-0. And Mickey Moniak would hit an RBI himself, RBI single to make it 7-0 Angels. So nice job by him to come in clutch. Rays would try to come back a tiny bit with a Isaac Paredes RBI double play. Not an RBI double play, because when you hit into a double play, you don't get an RBI. But he scored a run after hitting into a double play, so I guess so. But yeah, would make it 7-1. Will not come back, as the Angels end up really destroying the Rays 7-1. Angels are 6-4. Rays are 5-6. Did not think I'm pretty sure I thought those would be opposite, but it shows you how interesting the start of the season could be. Kind of worried about the Rays right now. They're not looking too great. I had questions about them at the start of the season with what happened in the offseason, so I think I'm being proven correct so far in my worries. But Angels have looked really nice, and it's interesting to see if they can keep this going and keep this offense really moving. For the Angels, they did have on the mound Tyler Anderson, who was really, really great. 7 innings pitched, no earned runs, only 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, only 1 walk. He's been really strong to open up the season so far for the Angels, and could be a valuable trade chip for a team if he is good at the deadline and the Angels are mediocre as expected. For the Rays on the mound, they did have Zach Eflin, who went 5 innings pitched, giving up 9 hits and 5 earned runs. Not what you want against this Angels team. I mean, they're not that great, and was not great right now for Eflin. So yeah, definitely not good, and definitely not what you want to see. So yeah, those are recapping the AL games of today. We're moving into our third segment, which is going to be talking about the Framber Valdez injury for the Astros and my personal thoughts on just my thoughts on it and how it could affect the Astros. So yeah, going to our third segment there, and we'll see you after that. I did want to make a note that some news just happened. The Mets just DFA'd Julio Teheran after one start with the team. Kind of surprising, as they did give him a little bit of a big contract. I mean, for a guy who's been on the market on April 9th. So it was definitely interesting, but I mean, they needed another roster move, so kind of makes sense, but it is still surprising. So yeah. But we didn't have time to talk about that today, so I did want to mention it, as I just did see it happen. So yeah, we'll be talking about that. But we'll be talking about our third segment about the Astros and Framber Valdez, so we'll be going in there. See you then. Thanks.
GSMC Sports